Okay. Let's see. Oh, here it is. I was looking for my my notebook. Okay, looks good. All right, got it. All right. Just needed to get my list, but it's ready. And also let me let people know. And without any further ado, it's time for the draft. And also, hey, what's up, Joshua? Well, Josh, I wish you nothing but the best of luck in this draft. As let's see, let me just get this list here. I got it. All right, cool. Of course, there were some changes between when I first put this together and today. But anyway, how's everything going in Joshua land, or in your neck of the woods, I should say? Excuse me. All right, just gonna let everyone else know that the thing is about to start. It's been going good. All right, I'm happy. I'm happy that that's the case, and I'll officially start at the 10-minute mark. So you have a chance to go get snacks or whatever you want to do. But it's been playing Metopia as of late. I unfortunately hadn't gotten around to it. I started looking for jobs at around the time that I wanted to get it. I started looking for jobs as late as, or rather as early as August 6th. But it looks like a great game and I want to play it. And hopefully maybe I might even do a Let's Play of it. Oh. Man, that sucks. Well, good luck on finding one. Yeah, I hope I do find a job, and subsequently I get the time to go play some Metopia. It's a great game, by the way. I mean, like, I've seen gameplay of it, and I'm pretty sure there's a better way to play the game. In fact, I might just look at a formal Let's Play of it. But thank you for your confidence in me. I appreciate that. And okay. But yeah, I but yeah, I mean, it is tough to find a job, but I'm just thankful that I'm able to still be able to do this. So, yes. All right. So with 10 teams, we have 40 players and 10 teams, which means that each team is going to get 4 picks and 4 players. So that is what is going to be going on. So that's how this draft will go. And we're also taking inspiration from the previous draft that we just had, IRL. So you'll see teams like Chicago, Philadelphia, the Los Angeles Chargers, and also Rockhawk 64. Yes, of course, Rockhawk 64. The New England Patriots, Arizona Cardinals, the Oakland/Las Vegas Raiders, the Houston Texans, the Washington football team, and the New York Giants. But anyway, it's great to see you, Mr. Rockhawk. No, you won't be seeing me on this. I'm not a big football person. I mean, I know that you like baseball, and I mean, I do have a baseball series, by the way. If you're ever interested, Mr. Rock. But other than that, though, it's great to see you, man. Also, great to see Blaze McCoy. It's going to be something to see. But anyway, I do have the list right here. I know you have a baseball series. Oh, sorry. I just didn't know if you do, but fair play to you, I guess. Well, I mean, fair play, period, I should say. Oh. All right, there we go. Also, hello to Walter Johnson, another top player. What's up, man? It's great to see you, man. Anyway, plans for these next upcoming months. I mean, we will have this sixth season before transitioning over to Madden 22, as well as the fact that we will have one last season on what was it? On NHL 19, and then we'll go over to NHL 22. As well as the fact that I understand a new Jackbox game is coming out, so we will have some marathons of those games coming up. So I'm going to try Jackbox Party Pack 3 onward. So yeah, you guys will be seeing marathons of those games. But I'm happy that you're doing well, Mr. Johnson. Yeah, well, unfortunately, the Falcons are not in this one. But we will see them again pretty soon. Also, hey, Crushing Kelly, it's great to see you. Kelly, if you want to, you're more than welcome to do co-coms, if you like. All right, so Joshua's hoping to be drafted to the Washington football team. We'll see what happens. And as always, we could always do trades, like at least with the teams that are that are in this draft. And then Walter saying, "Hiya, Kelly," or I'm sorry, "Hiya, Kelly." But I mean, I know that the Falcons have problems with New Orleans and the Buccaneers and the Panthers. So I would know better than to have you drafted by a division rival, pretty much. Not up can't even talk. Not up for it at the moment, TJ, but some other time. That's not a problem. Not a problem at all. I just hope ooh, there we go. Just notice there's a few people, but hopefully more and more will watch. I guess some are watching this or going to watch this on replay, so that shouldn't be a problem. All right, let me double check. Okay. And also, between the time that I put this together and today, I had a couple of changes in terms of personnel, like the people that are in this show. So you'll notice some of those changes when we get to them. But we are about to start in less than 10 seconds, so let's get going. But I wish you nothing but the best with whichever team drafts you. And also best of luck in this final season for Madden 20. Like I said, I will be moving most everybody over to 22 and go from there. Okay. So, more or less as we did last time, we will go to the free agency section, and then we will go to each team that is drafting. And go in the order of how they finished, or at least in the draft order that they were in. The team that picks first is going to be the bottom seed, and the team that picks last is the top seed when we start play. So I just figured I mentioned that little part right there. Are the Packers drafting this time? They will be drafting in 2 seasons' time. So in short, no. But I know that. But when we do, there's. I still have a season of 8 teams, and then the final draft season, which will feature the Packers, along with 3 other teams. So there will be 4 teams with 10 players apiece. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that particular season in 2 seasons' time. So you are safe. Then I am safe. Lol. Not a problem. Not a problem, Double K. So, with that said, let's get to our first team. Oh, let me go over here. Now the Bears. So the Bears, they have... then as now, they've always had problems with 2 things. They need help with their defense, as well as getting a wide receiver and a quarterback. And really, quarterback has been the one thing that has killed them more often than not. So those are just some of the things that the Bears need, because they have a great team otherwise, but they just don't have... They don't have the weapons, and they don't have the linebacker help that they need. So this is what they're trying to address. So to that end, the first pick of this draft goes to quarterback Kyle Young, who interestingly enough is also from Chicago, just like Punk. So Kyle Young is going to go to the Bears. So congratulations to Kyle Young on being the first overall pick. Also, hey, Mr. JWE, how are you doing, man? And Josh, I'm happy to say that you're in the draft. That being said, wait, we go over. You're doing good? All right, I'm happy that you are. So our next team is the Philadelphia Eagles. And Philadelphia, they need help with a couple of things. They need a linebacker to shore up the holes that they have. But they also need an offensive guard to protect whoever the quarterback is. And they are in desperate need of weapons, more specifically wide receivers. So to this end, the Philadelphia Eagles, with the second pick, select, if I can find them, that is. Oh, of course, he would be at the back end, but they select with the second pick Josh Brooks. Yes, Josh Brooks gets to be part of the Eagles roster. I'm surprised there's only one person, or if that number's skewed. I don't know. It always shows there's only one person when there could be more than that, but it always frustrates me sometimes, but oh well. So yes, Josh Brooks goes to the Eagles. So congratulations, Josh. on going to the Eagles, and Josh was like, "Oh boy, yep." And Walter saying hello to Joshua. Okay, next is the the Los Angeles Chargers. So we have a couple of things for. Now the thing about the Chargers is that they have most of what they need, but they are in need of a couple of things. They need a top flight wide receiver. They need a linebacker on defense to fill up any holes that they have over there. But they also need a punter, as their punting game, like their special teams, especially when it comes to punting, it is terrible. Or at least in this game, they are. And they need a center to protect the quarterback. So that's what they need. So to that end, if I can... Oh, here he is. So to that end, third overall, and I cannot believe I'm going to say this, a punter, Clinton Cage. That's right, Clinton Cage is the third overall pick, and he's the punter. Let that sink in. Oh wait, not to the Eagles, damn it. The Chargers. There, much better. So yeah, Clinton is going to be a punter. I mean, of course, Clinton is that ultimate team guy. He's going to be whatever he needs to be for that team to succeed. So I respect him a lot for that, including if it means being a punter. So the only thing you missed, Joshua, was the first three picks. Kyle Young, quarterback, going to Chicago. Josh Brooks, JWE, the guy that you were just talking to, going to Philadelphia as an offensive lineman. And yes, Kelly, Clinton Cage is going to the Chargers. Let me go out of character for a moment. Okay, so when Clinton saw the list of teams that were drafting, out of all the teams that he was the most interested in, the Chargers were one of them, and I just thought, wow, it only makes sense. But yeah, he just went to the Chargers. Yes. Absolutely. Well, now it's time for the next team, but yeah. Did you have any thoughts or objections or anything like that, Miss Kelly? Whose turn is it now? The Minnesota Vikings. Now, this is a team that is in need of a linebacker, as their linebacker core is a little bit weak and they need some help with that. But they also need a top flight cornerback, especially when it comes to the secondary, and they need help with that. But they also need help with having an offensive tackle to protect the quarterback, as well as having a quarterback. So to that end, with the fourth pick, if I can find him, the fourth pick made by the Minnesota Vikings is middle linebacker Joshua James. Yes, Joshua, you just got drafted by the Vikings of all teams. Now, whether you want to play for them or not, that's another story. And not to say we couldn't trade you, because we could. You don't mind? All right. But yes, you're the fourth overall pick, my friend. So congratulations, James, on being a high draft pick. I mean, you've done well in those games, even when you didn't win, but it is what it is. All right, next team. So we have the Patriots, and bear in mind this will be the final time that you will see Tom Brady as a Patriot, so you'll never have to see his ugly face again for a while. They could use a little firepower. Yeah, they could use a little firepower on defense. Thank you, Walter. I appreciate that. So, what these Patriots need are they need a tight end, as I believe this was at around the time that Gronkowski had retired at the time, so they didn't have the top flight tight end that they had a few years before that. They need a center to protect Brady, well, for what we'll see for the final time, and they also need some special teams help. So to this end, let me just find him. To this end, New England is going to select, and this person is making their debut in this series for the first time. If I can find that person, I give you Lashana Brooks. Yes, Lala Chan is making her first ever appearance in the Madden series, albeit as a kicker. Simply because that's what they need, do the Patriots. I don't know. If you guys have any questions or concerns, let me know. But there you go. Oh. I'm also checking my phone to see if anyone's trying to contact me. All right. Oh, you can't hear me? Oh. Uh-oh. Hopefully I can fix that. That's weird. Hello? Okay. Oh, now you can. Okay. Whew. Okay. You know what? Sometimes, sometimes YouTube has a way of just what's the word? YouTube has a way to just stick it to you. I don't know why they do that. It's very stupid. Anyway, back to this. Back to the draft. Okay. So next up is the Arizona Cardinals. So Arizona. This is a team that, now granted, this was before Kyler Murray came into the picture, so this was when they needed a quarterback, and they needed a top tier weapon to go with it, a wide receiver, and someone to protect them in the center. And also, hey, what's up, Zach Walker? It's great to see you, man. Stay tuned. And what else? Oh, yes, and a defensive end on the other side. So to that end, anyway, I didn't hear whether you answered my question whether Clinton was drafted to the Chargers. Indeed he was. He was drafted as a punter. So, yes, he is going to the Chargers. Is Clinton son. Clinton Cage, Clinton Flippin', whatever you want to call him. But yes, Clinton is going to the Chargers. But also, hey, what's up, Zach? Anyway, back to Arizona. That being said, the Cardinals have selected as a punter. Yes, of course. All right, where is he? Oh, I went the other way. For the first time, outside of the one time that he played as an Eagle, Walter Johnson. So Walter Johnson still has the distinction of playing as a bird. I mean, he'll always be a Falcon no matter what. but he's played as an Eagle, and now he's going to play as a Cardinal for the first time. Anyway, Walter Johnson, a defensive end, and I know that you'll always be a Falcon. There's no doubt about that. But we'll see the Falcons again. I know it. Okay. Oh yeah, let me cross off the people as we get along. All right, next up, my favorite team, the Oakland Raiders. In fact, I'm even wearing a shirt right now that says Raiders. So, of course, we all know that the Raiders have just for the longest time sucked for so long. Now, of course, they were on the upswing at the time that this game came out. That being said, they still need all the help they can get, and what they need is a linebacker. In fact, they need a position for all three fronts of the defense. They need a defensive end, they need a linebacker, and a cornerback, and they also need a top-tier receiver for the quarterback in David Carr. So that's what they need. Also, hey, Clinton, what's up, man? How are you? Clinton, if you want to join me, you're more than welcome to on comms. If not, that's okay. But let me go out to character for a moment. All right, so Clinton, I'm happy to say, or I'm happy to tell you, or I'm happy to hear that you recently got yourself a job, and I'm happy that things have turned around, and I just thank God for that, and I seriously mean that. I thank God that, anyway, oh, you're not good. Oh, well, I'm happy that career-wise you're doing well, but I know health-wise it can be a different story, but I hope that it's nothing too serious, but still. But if you need to rest, that's fine. That's no problem. But outside of that, I'm happy that you're doing all right. You know, in terms of outside of health. Now, health-wise, I still wish you nothing but the best. I mean, really, what more could I say about that? Okay, back to the Raiders now. So to that end, the 7th pick in this first round goes to wide receiver Justin Cruz. As of course he is coming off of that Super Bowl season, so why would you not draft him? So Justin Cruz is now going to join the Raiders. So congratulations to Justin, though. Yes, dude, you are the Ray Guy of this whole thing. Bonus points for anyone else besides Clinton who knows who Ray Guy is. But yes, you're the Ray Guy of this whole thing. Yes, I am not joking. Oh man, I don't know what else. I can't. I don't know whether to laugh or not, but I just find it funny as hell sometimes. I really do. Still, just wow. I don't know if you're well. I think you already mentioned you were laughing, but anyway. All right, so up next, we have the Texans. The GM is drunk. Well, he might be, but he might be onto something. You don't know that. Anyway, so we have the Houston Texans that are up next, and this is a team that needs two from each side. They need 2 defensive players and 2 offensive players. They don't have a wide receiver to help their quarterback, who has since left them IRL, but in this game they're still here, and a running back to take the pressure off the quarterback. And they need a linebacker as well as a strong safety, as they need help with the middle line and the back line. of the defense. So that's what they need. So to this end, the 8th pick overall goes to, if I can find this person, Crushing Kelly, wide receiver, going to the Houston Texans. I don't know what Ladybug. Well, maybe one day I can bring in Ladybug. Speaking of Ladybug, there's her Ladybug right there. I thought I was with the Packers. No. What I mean by this is, maybe I didn't explain it, or maybe you got cut off a little bit. No. What happens is, the Packers will be featured in 2 seasons from now. Season 8, to be more precise. And so, yes, the Packers will be there by then. But in this one, they're not in this one. If I wasn't clear about that, that was my fault. I will take the blame for that one. But yeah, you're on the Texans, and as always, we could still make trades to other teams if you don't want to play for the Texans. But yeah. But that being said, though, any thoughts before I continue with the next team? And that was directed to Kelly, by the way. Good drink, though. Okay, I'll just get into the AC as much as possible. In Houston. Oh. Randall Keith Orton is drafted by the Cowbells. Time to get back to things. Yep. All right, let's go to, well, the now Washington football team, which still has the Redskins name, but hopefully by then we'll settle that thing in. But yeah, I'm happy, but yeah, Joshua's going to Minnesota, and our next pick is for the Washington football team. This is a team that is in need of some big things. They have a solid defensive presence, but they just need a linebacker. But what they really need is a quarterback, a tight end, and a running back. And that's what they need. Bring back the Washington Senators. Fair deal. So with that said, the first pick for the Redskins, or the Washington football team, is Maxim Aurelius, otherwise known as PBF Gamer, as the tight end going to the Washington football team. So there you go. And our final team, and this is our 10th and final team of this draft. And then after that, we will go back to Chicago and go through 3 more rounds. But our final team are the Giants, and well, I will say that they are the Giants are a far cry from when they last won the Super Bowl. In this game, they still have Eli Manning, but he's a shell of what he once was. So they definitely need a quarterback, and as good as the new guy is, I forgot his name already. He still has a long way to go to develop. Dan Jones, that's his name. But they also need a center to protect him, and a wide receiver for him to throw to, and on the defensive end, they need a cornerback. Daniel Jones. Thank you, Daniel Jones. Thank you for correcting me there. So to this end, the Giants select with the 10th pick and the final pick in the first round. Oh, there he is. Quarterback, Elmeister. The same guy that captained the team to the Tennessee Titans to a championship not that long ago. Oh shoot! Damn it! Oh, I put him in the wrong team. Hold on. Botch. Yep, I put him on the wrong team. So that was a botch right there. So that's going to be Botchamania number 1. But anyway, trade time. Well, thankfully I can just undo this. Thankfully, I can just. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. Much better now. Much better. Okay. There we go. So now we go back to the start of the lineup, and we finish off the rest of the picks. And but yeah, Clinton, how do you feel about being a punter, and also how do you feel crushing Kelly? Or actually, I think you already answered that. You're going to stay in the AC a lot. I mean, I really don't know what's hot, you or the weather. Bad joke, I know. Anyway, now for Chicago. With the second pick, or their second round pick, I should say, the Bears draft wide receiver Remnant Elementor, and it only makes sense being that he and Kyle Young are the founders of Weapon X, which of course originated from WWE 2K, so it only makes sense. I did say that I would play where the team needed me. Yeah, and it's true when I say that the Chargers, their punting game absolutely sucks dick sporting goods. I mean, that's just the truth in this game. So, because when I was putting this together, I looked at what the teams needed, and if I could make the changes needed to accommodate the picks that they would make. And plus, I wanted to learn my lesson from the previous draft, where they needed some needs, but they just didn't get met. And basically, the team that just was able to get those needs met would win, and that team turned out to be the Panthers. So I wanted to learn from when I drafted initially. And that's just to simply, put people where they needed to play if they wanted to help their team win. Things like that. And this is like out of character saying that. So. All right, so back to the Eagles. Okay. But that being said, though, that's one of the things I do appreciate about you, Mr. Clinton, is that you're willing to do these things for the sake of trying to win a game, or trying to win a championship, rather. But for the Eagles, they select left outside linebacker MBN John. And, of course, this is one of his favorite teams, if not his favorite team. So it only makes sense for him to go to the Eagles. All right, so now let's go back to your Chargers, now that you are officially there. Of course, sometimes this damn pen doesn't work. There we go. All right, so the Chargers, they need a center, and they're going to get one. And their next pick is Cole Wesson, who not that long ago was a defensive tackle, but of course they needed some help when it comes to the front line due the Chargers, so that's why they picked him as their next pick. So, any thoughts on that pick, Mr. Clinton? Though I'm kind of surprised that there aren't as many people here. I was kind of hoping that there would be, but I also understand that it is still summer, and for others they don't have as much free time as they once did. So who am I kidding? Who am I really kidding? But still. All right. Now for Minnesota, see, it addresses a need, so that is good. Yeah, it is. Same thing with Minnesota. They've always needed a quarterback, and they're finally going to get one. A top flight quarterback, and our good friend Jinku Gekoga. So he's now off the board and on to the Vikings. I mean, and he also played for the Vikings not that long ago too. So he's giving it another go. Okay. And I'm not sure if Zach Walker is in the chat there, but Mina Joka. What? Really, Clinton? Really? Really? Wow. That's. I don't know whether to laugh about that or just the fact that, you know, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if any Vikings fans will watch this, but if they do, wow. We'll see if it comes back. I don't know. We'll see if it comes back to bite you. I don't know. So, all right. So next team. And as much as you may not like the Vikings, I am certain that you don't like this team, the Patriots, Mr. Clinton. So they already drafted a punter, or a kicker, excuse me. So their next pick, as far as New England is concerned, is our boy, Jordan Walker. So he will fulfill a dream to play alongside Tom Brady, albeit for the last time as a Patriot, of course. But congratulations to Jordan Walker on fulfilling a dream. Anyway, Vikings cannot beat anyone so much that they are the best option to adopt children. That, I don't know what else to say about that. Because I really, though, like 2017, I remember the what is it? The Stephon Diggs touchdown against the New Orleans Saints. I remember that game. Diggs, sideline, touchdown, and the Vikings won on a last-second touchdown. And had they won that next game in 2017 against the Eagles, they would have hosted the Super Bowl. They would have been the first to do it, not Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. I just figured I'd mention that little part because the Vikings have had good teams. They just have never been able to put it together. I mean, that's pretty much the best way to put it. All right, so next team. We have the Cardinals. And of course, the Cardinals are going to need help with when it comes to protecting the quarterback. And that man is going to be a former quarterback who has now turned into a center, Logan Hinton. So this is the first time that you are seeing Logan playing a position other than quarterback. So that's a first, as far as I'm concerned, really. But I would imagine that any help that the Cardinals can get is much appreciated. Kind of feels quiet out here, I'm not gonna lie. But I get that other people have other stuff to do. But yeah, it is true, Clinton. You do have somewhat of a dark sense of humor. Some people say I have it, but I'm going to be the first to say I really... I really can't say that I do because you hold a candle to it, really. Just like any team that Tom Brady is on. Well, my aunt would agree with you, for sure, Clinton. All right, so for the Raiders, their pick, and they need this, is Adrian Chambly, cornerback. And as we all know, the Raiders have had terrible secondary, and if anything, this is going to help them tremendously. That and the fact that Chambly has always wanted to play for the Raiders. So there you go. Oh, I was going backwards, but oh well. All right, next are the Texans again. But so we already had Crushing Kelly off the board going to the Texans. And our next pick is the J Train, Jay Vertis. And as we all know, the Texans have not had they haven't had a top tier running back, and they've tried a number, and then they've also had the Ahmad Green experiment, in which Ahmad Green, by the time he got to the Texans, he was damaged goods, and he just never could get going. And maybe with Jay Vertis, they can do that. Anyway, sorry if the Packers got him. If the Packers got him, sorry, but Pack would have to go. Oh! You mean if Tom Brady was to join the Packers, you would dismiss the Packers just for that? I mean, I can understand that some people don't like Tom Brady just out of his personality, really. But anyway, the Texans do take Mr. Jay Vertis, so the J Train is going to be going to Texas. So, big things for him. Yes. Okay. I see how that is. I see how it is. Okay. All right, back to Washington. I am an Ohio State fan, so he is a no-go anywhere. So you're saying that even if he was, or actually, yeah, he played for the Michigan Wolverines, so that already raised your ire as it was before. Uh, but then of course we all saw what he did, and well, we all saw how successful he became, and I have to imagine that from a personality standpoint, it gets to your head. Like the success goes to your head, and then you start thinking you're the greatest of all time. And I hate to say it, but he's more often than not proven that he's the best. You know, with success, you're going to get your haters. There's no doubt about it. I mean, you saw what happened during the Jackbox streams. I expected to get some haters, but you know, just a bunch of dum dums just ruin it for everybody else. So it's like, why? But then again, why should I even ask that? I already know the answer to that. Back to the draft though. For me, it's just the Michigan thing. It's just the Michigan thing. No such thing as the greatest of all time. Yeah, you said that. And for Washington, before I forget, they select your buddy, James Crimson Ninja Cleghorn. So Crimson Ninja's going to the Washington football team. One day the SDS will be together. I know it. Someday. Now back to the Giants. All right, so Giants already took a quarterback, but the next thing they need is a wide receiver, and that man is Diamond Light. Anyway, the Giants select Malik the Liar. Well, no, they are not going to select Malik the Liar. They're going to select our good friend Diamond Light, and we've seen how Diamond Light has lit up the league. And of course, when you pair him with Elmeister or Patrick Mahomes, I mean, you're talking about a guy that can just light up the scores, though. Mike, the Liar. See, I couldn't pronounce that. That just goes to show how I can't pronounce things unless someone teaches me how to do it. Anyway, so Diamond Light selected by the Giants. Back to Chicago again. We'll speed these up a little bit now. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Alright, so their next pick for the Bears is going to be left outside linebacker, the Mobman. So with Mobman joining Kyle Young and Remnant, Mike would dominate the whole league by himself. Well, how is it that they... Was this in the previous draft, Clinton? I mean, is he like Megatron? Like, is he as dominant as him, or do you think he could surpass or maybe even break some of the records that the great Jerry Rice had made? You know, I don't know if he'll be as great as Jerry, but if you say he could dominate the whole league by himself, that's something to look out for. I'm gonna say I'll just leave it at that. He would break all the records. Well, then I'll have to look out for him then. All right, so we go from the Bears to the Eagles. And our next pick, or rather the next pick of the Eagles, is wide receiver Tanman C. And for Tanman, this is one of his two favorite teams, the other being the Ravens. But, of course, by default, the Eagles got the win. and as such, Tan Man is going to play for them. So congratulations, Tan Man, on being drafted by the Eagles. Okay, so Clinton, up next is your team. So for the Chargers, the Eagles pick Birdie. Oh, you mean Raven? I don't know if of course I don't have Raven. Like when I say I don't have Raven, I don't have our good friend Raven. Just waiting for the Vikings to draft again patiently. Well, Joshua, just to let you know, there's you, and then there's Jingu Gekoga, the quarterback, and in fact, your pick is after the Chargers, so you're cool. All right, back to the Chargers. All right, so we have Clinton and we have Cole Wesson. So the next pick is a member of the Super Bowl champions, the Carolina Panthers, wide receiver Blaise McCoy. So yes, Clinton, you get to play alongside Blaise McCoy on the same team on the Chargers. So just want to say congratulations to you and to McCoy, with McCoy going to the Chargers. All right, Joshua, now it's time for a pick for your team. Who's going to join your team? Let's see. All right, so we have you and we have Jinku. I thought Blaise would have gone to school at Pittsburgh. Oh. I might have to fix that, but anyway. For Joshua's team, the Minnesota Vikings, the next pick is your buddy, Insane One, who is a right tackle, as the Vikings need all the help they can get when it comes to the front line. So for that reason alone, the Insane One is going to join you and the rest of the Vikings. So congratulations to Insane One and Joshua James and the rest of the Vikings on getting him. They need all the help they can get when it comes to blocking. I thought Blaise would have gone to school at Pittsburgh. Of course, I don't know that for sure, but hey. Getting a better need help getting a better everything. Yeah. It could be the year, you never know. All right, back to the evil empire known as the Patriots. Although that might not be well, actually they could still be that, especially with what was his face? I'm completely blanking out on the name of the coach. Oh, Belichick. That's his name. Yep, Bill Belichick. I almost forgot. How did I almost forget his name? Also, hello. Oh, I just got a message from Diamond. And one from Arkham. Aw. Okay, back to the Patriots now. Okay, next up is a center and Mr. DKO. So DKO is going to join the Patriots as a center. So congratulations to Mr. DKO. Anyway, I have no idea why the game does not list him as the coach. That's a good question. You know, because like when you go to the like as far as the NBA 2K games, especially the last one I had just gotten, they list the coaches, not just the head coach, but also the assistants, the general manager. Um, I think the only exception is like the owner, really, but outside of that, though, yeah, they don't list him as a coach. Like they may have his likeness, but that's about it. I just find that weird, but it is what it is. All right, so DKO going to join New England. All right, so Arizona. They already have a center. They already have a defensive end. But what they need is a signal caller, and that's exactly what they're going to get. They're going to get a Super Bowl champion who won the championship last season, and that man is the Chaos Reaper. So Chaos is going to sign with the, or is not going to sign, but rather he's drafted by the Cardinals. So congratulations to, yeah, Murray is not on the game. Yeah, and for that reason alone, they had to get a top tier signal caller, and you can't get any better than Chaos Reaper. So yeah, it only makes sense, really. All right. Now it's time for the next pick by the not the Patriots, by the Raiders. I always like was it Chris Berman? Whenever he says the Raiders name, he doesn't say the Raiders. No, he says the Raiders. I like that. Also, hey Bio, what's up, man? You know what? Let me see. Bio. Bio. Well, first and foremost, I'm happy to say hello to you, man. I just want to say, how's everything going in Bioland? And also, let's see. No, it's not Super Nacho. Are you kidding me? And plus, he's not even in this game. Though you could mention it to him, and if he's interested, I can put him on. But anyway, how's everything going, Mr. Bio? Just got home from work. Awesome. We're almost done with our draft. We're in the third round right now. So our next pick, this is a new person joining. Anyway, Nacho would be awesome. Every play would be a touchdown. Yeah, let him know about the series, and if he's interested, you can tell him. But yeah, it's great to see you, Mr. Bio. So the next pick for the Raiders, this is a new person, and that person is Seymour Jones. If you recognize the name of Jones, you would know that this young man is related to our good friend Ariane Jones. You're a fan? Okay. Let me see, Bio. Let me look for someone who hasn't been showing up, and I'll replace you with that person. Or replace that person with you, I should say. Excuse me. So, yes, he is related to our good friend Pancake Jones. Yes. Let's see. Okay, maybe... I'm just looking through the names of people that I haven't seen in a while, so... Okay. Cool, thanks. I think I have an idea. I think I have basically what will happen is I will replace you with that person or the person with you, and you'll just simply inherit that person's position. I won't say who. I won't say who, but all I will tell you is that you will be playing on the Arizona Cardinals. That's the only clue I will give you. You'll be on the Cardinals for next week. So stay tuned next week, and you'll see the Cardinals in action. So I just wanted to at least point that out there. All right, but for the Raiders, they get Seymour Jones. They get again. I always forget if it's if Seymour is Ariane's brother or significant other or a cousin or something like that. I always forget what the relationship between Seymour and Ariane is, but nonetheless, though, he's in there. I like the Cardinals, and sure, I'll be here next week. Be there next week. Awesome. Not a problem, man. But yeah, that's what I can do. Also, let me scratch his name up. All right, there we go. All right, back to the Texans with their third round pick. Let's see, the Raiders pick Dark Helmet. That is a joke, by the way. Okay, where's... Oh, there it is. Oh, there they are. So Houston already has a wide receiver and a running back, so now they got to focus on defense. And with that said, the third pick, he could use the Schwartz. Yeah, I get the joke there because I've seen I've seen the part where Dark Helmet and what was his name? Solo Star, I think his name is. Because Solo Star, he went up against Dark Helmet, and Dark Helmet said, "I am your brother's, nephew's, cousin's, sister's former roommate." And then Solo says, "What's that make us?" And then Dark Helmet says, "Absolutely nothing, which is what you are about to become." I just thought that was a sick burn there. Anyway, the next pick for the Texans is strong safety, James Gamer. I mean, James Gamer, of course, as some of you may know, especially those who have been watching the Madden series, you've seen how good he is when it comes to, doing his job, and he just makes everybody who works around him their jobs much easier. So that's a great pick for Houston. Oh, right, the Redskins. Right. Okay, so next one is for the Washington football team. They already have a tight end and a quarterback, but now they need someone to run the ball to. And that man is Clinton's World Tag Team Championship partner, King Feck. So Feck is going to join the Washington football team. So congratulations to Feck on rejoining Washington. Okay. All right. Next up are the New York Giants. They already have a wide receiver and a quarterback, but now they need someone to plug up that secondary. And the man for the job, their next pick is cornerback Najee Sweaty Gamer, Najee Firefox, whatever you want to call him, the New Jersey Giants. That's very funny. Though I'm pretty sure New York fans would absolutely hate that, so I would just be cool about it. But that's just me, though. I know that Clinton has a tendency to, quote, take the piss out of people, if you catch my drift. And now for the fourth and final round. There are 10 people left. If I can... Okay, there's Bear. It is true. I mean, I know that the Giants and the Jets play in New Jersey just because uh, I don't know the story of why that's the case, because you would think that you know I mean, okay, I understand that, you know, that the people of Harlem, or whatever the neighborhood that once housed the famous what was it? The Polo Grounds. Like I get that you can't use the Polo Grounds because it was an old, antiquated facility, and even if you tried to use it, even a couple more years than it actually lasted, who's to say how long it would have lasted beyond when it actually did? You know, so and the fact that I know that they used to have games at the old what was it called again? Uh, I mean, I know that they used to play alongside the Mets, but and also the Yankees. They used to house in the Giants at Yankee Stadium. I remember they used to do that. NFL headquarters is in New York, so now no team can be there officially. New York is just marketing. Yeah, it is true. That's absolutely true, Clinton. Why that is, I don't know. It's just stupid like that. But anyway, for the Chicago Bears, their final pick, and also, hey, Chaos, what's up, man? Um, I'll get to you in a moment, but the Bears, their final pick is your boy, TJ Toad, and TJ is going to go with the Bears. And with this, Weapon X has reunited in Chicago. So yes, Weapon X is a thing now. But anyway, it's great to see you, Mr. Chaos. And I know that you are ready to win another championship. That's always a given. And now to the Philadelphia Eagles' final pick, as they are going to select a former Super Bowl champion in this person's own right, our good friend Adidra Lewis, aka Munchie. So I suppose that the experience that Adidra will have should help them reach the Super Bowl again. But yeah, it's great to see you, Mr. Reaper. Alright, so up next, the final pick for the Chargers, aka the team that Clinton was drafted by. Their final pick, now, out of character, I'm just going to say, the next pick would have been Nicole McQueen. However, out of character, though, I have not seen Nicole in the chat for a while, and I simply just reached out to her, and yes, Clinton was drafted as a punter in the first round. So yes, he's the Ray Guy of this whole thing. But as far as Nicole, and also, hey, Crimson Ninja, and Ashley, you know what? One of these days, I got to get Ashley Princess on this. I got to at some point. But it's great to see you, Miss Ash Princess. It's great to see the Tribal Princess and all the big stars coming out. But yeah, I have not heard from Nicole McQueen, so I and everybody's saying hello to each other. I like that. Yeah, because I remember she used to come in and she would just simply say hello, but I haven't seen her. So to that end, How am I doing? I'm doing pretty well otherwise. So I'm doing pretty well. For the most part, I have been busy looking for jobs, but I just found some free time to do this, so I'm happy to say that. So to that end, the Chargers bring in for the first time, making her first appearance in this series, Irish Fire, Jennifer Richards, which is kind of ironic given the fact that Clinton, Clinton, his character is from Ireland, or that he's the king of Ireland, and you have someone who brings the Irish Fire in Jennifer Richards. So I just find that very unique, though. But anyway, yeah, I'm doing pretty well, Miss Princess, and I appreciate you checking up on me. That's great. Have I been drafted yet? As a matter of fact, you have, and I don't know if you'll like where you ended up, but we'll see. All right, so we move on to Minnesota for their final pick for Joshua James and the rest of the Vikings, and their pick is a cornerback, J.T. Price. And yes, Chaos Reaper also has been drafted as well. So JT Price goes to Minnesota, and with that, Insane J has reunited again. And Crushing Kelly says, "Hiya, Ashley." And Reaper, yes. All right, now to the Evil Empire one more time. Oh, I forgot to cross off his name. What am I doing? Ah. And the Patriots' final pick, I mentioned before that they needed some special teams help, and they also draft themselves a punter, and that man is Rob Parks. So Rob is their final pick, so congratulations to Rob on making the New England Patriots. But now we get to Arizona. So Arizona is the team that drafted Chaos Reaper. Yes, Chaos Reaper was drafted by the Cardinals. And in addition to him, you also have Logan Hinton and Walter Johnson, and their final pick is Mr. MLW himself, Mr. Mythic Legends Wrestling himself, Greg Harris. So yes, Chaos, you're going to the Arizona Cardinals. I don't know how you feel about that. And as for Crimson Ninja, you'll find out pretty soon where you ended up. So I'm saving that as a surprise, my friend. I guess Chaos is trying to get his thoughts together, but we move on to the Raiders' final pick. And that man, of course it makes sense given the fact that the Raiders have the black hole. And you could pretty much accuse, and you pretty much could say that Darius comes from a black hole himself, as they pick him to go to the Raiders. So there you go. Anyway, you had to do house chores, not a problem. Okay, let's go. I'll go wherever as long as it isn't the Saints, the Bucks, or the Falcons. Oh gosh. Dark Helmet. Are you saying that Darius is Dark Helmet? I mean, I guess. Okay. Next team, the Houston Texans, and of course this is the team that Crushing Kelly was drafted to, along with the J Train and James Gamer, and their final pick. A newcomer to this series, Jason the Hedgehog. Of course, I couldn't put so Jason Hedgehog it will be. So congratulations to Jason as he is making his debut. Of course, he's also in the same group of friends that I met Elmeister through. So he makes his debut. So congratulations to Jason. All right, so now to answer your question, Mr. Crimson Ninja, and that is, who drafted you? That would be the Washington football team. Now, of course, if you don't want to play for Washington, I can make a trade. It's not a problem. But you were drafted alongside Feck and PPF, and this man, right outside linebacker, Mr. Arkham 500. It'll trade me. You know what? We'll do that after the final pick, as we are at the end of it. Also, what's up, Mr. Super Mario Under? How's everything going in Mario Land? All right, so the final pick before we start making trades, if any, and it probably will, is the Giants' final pick. And out of all the people that ended up as Mr. Irrelevant, though I really wouldn't want to say that to his face, the Brooklyn Joker or Joker, whatever, Demon Joker, whatever you want to call him, he is the final pick for the Giants, and the fact that he fell all this way, we'll see if he becomes Mr. Relevant when it all is said and done. So congratulations to the Giants on getting Joker. I was certain that someone would have picked him already, but no, it turned out for the best that he ended up with the Giants. So congratulations there. Now we get to the next part. Since Mr. Cleghorn or Crimson does not want to play for the Redskins, there's a couple of places you could go. The other teams I may as well mention. Let's see. I will play for pretty much anyone except the Vikings, Bears, or Chiefs. Wait a minute. Let's see. You're a diehard Giants fan. Let's see. I don't know. The effing princess is getting kidnapped every single hour. Good for her. Good for her size, hun. What? So wait, you don't like the princess, or do you think or do you think like Princess Daisy or Princess Rosalina is a better princess than Princess Peach? Because you're totally not wrong about that. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Princess Peach as much as the next guy, but exercise law. Oh. Okay. So let's see. Well, first things first. Let me do this really quickly. I'm going to do this for my good friend BioX1. And I'm doing this just so I can make these trades possible. Okay. So for Mr. BioEX, you'll just simply take over the position of Logan Hinton, excuse me. So yeah, you're just taking over for that guy. But it's good to know that you like being part of the Giants, and that's a great place to go to. Okay, so Bio. I'll call you Bio. Bio. EX. There you go. And you are currently a center. And I think I have an idea of what I might be able to, of what trade I could pull off. Let's see. So, Bio, I don't know if you have any colleges or whatnot. Anyway, I'm a Cowboys fan, and Washington was a longtime rival. So yeah, it's a no. It's a no on playing for Washington. Well, I could trade you to Arizona for Chaos Reaper, just because the two of you are quarterbacks. Let's see. There's also the Giants for the fact that Elmeister. Well, actually, I don't even know if you want to play for the Giants because that's still also the same division. So that's probably a no. Who else? Jinku in Minnesota. You could play in Minnesota. Or in Chicago, where Kyle Young is. Although I'm pretty sure Kyle would be very upset that he won't be able to play for his favorite team. So I think that's going to be a no as far as Kyle is concerned. But I didn't know that you didn't, and you'll go to the Vikings. Okay. Well, in the meantime, where's Bio? I forgot what Bio looks like. I did see what he looked like, but I just forgot. So I might have to save that for another time. Okay. So congratulations to Mr. Bio. You're on the cards, but now I just need to make the trades, so we'll see what happens. Let me save here. All right, let's see if this works. All right. So trade away. We trade away from the dead skins or the foreskins, whatever you want to call them. And yes, I'm not a fan of the Washington football team. And that's more of an indictment on not just the fact that they've kept that ugly name for so long, but also for the fact that Dan Snyder is so out of touch. I'm sorry. In fact, he's so bad that he makes Vince McMahon look like a teddy bear. Of course, Clinton, Crimson, and anyone who's been watching football for a long time know what I mean by that. Okay. And the other guy is Jinku Getkoga. And let's see. Trade accepted. Do you wish to execute this trade? Absolutely. All right, so it's official. Let me switch over the let's take a look just to make sure. Okay. Okay. There we go. How do you like it, Mr. Ninja? Let me save that. There we go. Well, we'll see if the trade works out for you and or Washington. Also, welcome back, Mr. Super Mario. Also, yeah, as far as Chaos is going to be playing for Arizona, and Kelly's going to be playing for Houston. Um, of course, the New York guys like El Meister, Najee, Diamond Light, and Joker are playing for their New York team, the Giants, and then of course you have Kyle Young and Weapon X, including myself, playing for Chicago. And then of course Clinton has Cole, Blaze, and Jennifer Richards to help him. So those are some loaded teams right there. Of course, I'll have to do this off camera though, but. Oh, and of course, this is why we always have to do that. You have to go to depth chart, because if you don't, then the person that you added to the team will not be added. So you have to do this yourself. So this is something I may as well mention for those who do this series, is you have to make sure that the person that you want to start starts. So it really should be obvious, but there you go. Okay. Oh, there he is. Insane one. So yeah, you got to put your team together as you do this. So, but congratulations to everyone else for their draft positions. So next week we will officially begin the playoffs. So yes, the playoffs begin, but also I will also begin the playoffs for the NHL. I did a draft not that long ago, but I've also had to make some revisions and changes in terms of like who's actually in it, among other changes, simply for the purposes of balancing it out. I will be doing a playoff series on that one, simply because the new game NHL 22 is coming out, so I want to make sure that that gets settled. Also, is your real name Tuju? No, that is not my real name. That is my real name right there. Anyway, what team am I on? Actually, I'll show you. I figured you're here, so I may as well show you. Okay. Oh yeah, you're a tight end, so yes, Jordan Walker. You are on the Patriots. But please do just call me TJ. A lot of people call me TJ, so you can just call me TJ, Mr. Super Mario Under. But yes, you are on the Patriots, Mr. Walker. I don't know if you have any what is it, reservations though. I like that. Not a bad pick. Yeah, that's not a bad pick though. Just as much as I wonder, is Onder your real name? Or if it's just... But if you just want me to call you Mr. If you just want me to call you SMA or Super Mario Onder, I can do that too. But yeah. but it's cool, man. It's very cool. I still have the funniest draft pick ever. Oh, it's your middle name. Ah, I like it. I like that. Oh yeah, there's Cruz. Gotta get him in here. Oh my gosh, Cruz makes a huge difference. Like, it's not even funny. Anyway. Again, I'll have to do this off camera because, again, it would take too long. But, so, now, being that there's an uneven number of AFC and UFC. Hey, Raven! Great to see you! And yes, it is Tajuhun. Yes, Tajuhun is here. Future Raven. Oh, he's a right in. Yep. As you can see, Darius makes a huge difference. So, Birdies should be drafted by the Birdies. Yeah, because American football has a number of teams named after birds. It's not even funny, or actually, it is funny. It just depends on who you ask, really. And there, of course, is my buddy Chambly. We get him up there. Yeah, he's there. Hey, my past Crimson. Raven should, by default, play for the Ravens. I could see that. They play against each other, and the winner gets the birdie. Anyway, why do some users have a wrench that's blue and their username? That is because they are moderators. They are moderators, and they keep the chat. They're like, how do I put this? They keep the peace, is what they do. Because I've had a couple of people that would come in, and one person said that I lived in my mom's basement or some shit like that. Or they would spam like absolute, or they would just spam as if it was absolute dog shit. So basically, the moderators they take care of it, and I trust them to do it. They keep the peace. And also, not just anybody can get it, you know, because and I understand that I'm not always going to get it when I go to other people's streams. I'm a moderator in a few other people's streams, and for others not so much, but it's okay. You know, you're not always going to get what you want, but anyway, raves, super snuggles, raves. But yeah, one day I would love to have Raven, you know, be a player. So, and who knows, maybe one day I might make you a mod, but I have to trust you. Like like at one point I you know, Crushing Kelly wasn't always a mod and Raven wasn't always a mod, but I've seen their work elsewhere, and I've also seen same thing with Clinton and Crimson Ninja. Like, they weren't always moderators, but because I've seen them and I've seen what they can do, they've proven themselves elsewhere, and they've proven it many times on this chat. But if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. So yeah, that's what I meant by you can't always get what you want. Wait, what was I doing? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, well, there's Jinku. You want me to do what now, TJ? Well, I was just simply saying out loud that maybe one day, uh, you could play in the game. Well, maybe not this one, but in Madden 22 when that game comes out. Or actually, it is already out. I just hadn't gotten it yet. But we're gonna get through it. Not a problem. Braves and I are TJ's bouncers. You guys are very silly. You guys are very silly. Oh yeah, these guys, like Maxim makes the Redskins that much better though. Maybe next one you can convince me. Yeah. If I can do this really quick, I might be able to do a quick little fun game here, just so you can see how it works. So, oh, he's over. Oh, right outside linebacker. Okay. Okay. Couldn't couldn't you use the auto recorder? Oh yeah, I could. What am I doing? All right, let's see if that works. I totally forgot about that. How stupid of me. Okay, wide receiver. Okay, that does work. All right. Wide receiver. Oh, right. DeAndre Hopkins has a higher overall, but otherwise it still works though. Okay. I just have to double check, but you never know. Yep. Oh, I have to do it for the other teams. What am I doing? Uh. Anyway, we will have tea and cookies for you. I'm ready to be on my new team. All right. Yep. Oh. Yeah, that works. Yep. Linebacker. Toe. Yep, that's right. I have a friend. He is super Yoshi Brothers. Oh, so you have another friend. You have another friend who okay. Oh yeah, the Cardinals. Yep. We do the same for them. Real quick. Oh no, wait, they do have Kyler Murray. But of course, he was a rookie at the time. Okay, so no, Kyler Murray did exist back then. But of course, like I said, he was. But even so, he wasn't the superstar that he would later become. So that makes sense then. what team did Blaze go to? He went to the Chargers as a wide receiver. Right there. And of course, Keenan Allen has a better overall, but otherwise he's in there. So, and the Eagles. I'm just making sure each team has been auto reordered. So thank you for that little tip there. Okay, cool. Got that for Miss Adidra Lewis. Let's see. Yep, Diamond Light as well. Clinton, I thought you were a QB. Well, actually wait. I think he was a running back at the time, or no, he was a wide receiver last time. He was a wide receiver, but he turned into a punter because the Chargers punting game absolutely sucks dick sporting goods. So he became the Ray Guy of this whole thing. So that's what happened. And then one last thing. Okay. All right. So yeah, we can play a little quick game. But first, let me save really quickly. I can pretty much play any position though. My mouth is for male. What the fuck am I talking about? What? Yeah, what are you talking about? You're very strange. Of course, I am being, I am just joking here. He wants to play Reaper. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Alright, so I got Crimson Ninja, but then who's the other person that wants to play? I know that he said he wants to play, Chaos, but who would want to be Crimson's opponent for this one? Basically, the first two that respond will get the game, and then we'll end it off. But this is also a good chance for Raven to get a good look at how this works, though. So, all right, so I got Crimson Ninja and the now Minnesota Vikings, but who's the other team? Have you ever played what? Among Us? Yeah, I have. I've played Among Us with friends, and we always have a guy that, even when he's you're a crew. All right, not a problem, Raven. But yeah, even though we've had a guy that even when he was a crewmate, sometimes he would be so suspicious that he has since been labeled the third imposter. I'm pretty sure you have had that in Among Us a couple of times. All right, so Crimson Ninja and the Vikings, and then who else? Clinton, do you want to be in this one? Because I could put that up there. Or whoever else wants to step up. Or Kelly could step up. Oh, never mind. Clinton got it. I was just looking for two people who was in the chat that would respond first. Okay. Okay, 5 minutes. That's exactly what I want. All right, cool. The settings are perfect. That's great. And with that, it's showtime. But yeah, this one's simply for fun. This is not to be taken seriously, but yeah. Now let me count one thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So we have an uneven number of teams per conference. So, am I still a QB? Yes, you are. You're still a quarterback.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Minnesota Vikings. With that, we send you up to US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Standing by our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football,
Minnesota,
folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yes, that is right. The coach, Jonathan Coachman, does the halftime and the pregame shows
For me, it's coaching.
in this game.
Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game?
So yeah,
that's who's going to come out of this.
so and of course Josh was also on Minnesota. But anyway, this game is just simply for fun. But next time we will have the teams officially begin.
Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
All right, here we go. And
nice
they get all the way to the
return as they'll
31st
start their drive
to the
just past
31-yard
30-yard
line.
So here's the
And to start
Viking
off with,
offense
we
making
have
their way out.
James,
They'll be led out by the
Crimson
guy
Ninja
under center,
Cleghorn.
Charles, their quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game.
So yes, that is Crimson Ninja without his mask on.
I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants
That would
to
be
have
the
type of
Minnesota
season that
Vikings.
At the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you.
As for Joshua, he's playing on defense. Right now, offense is playing for the Vikings, Minnesota Vikings, and defense is the Chargers.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook.
All right, not a bad first start, but it can be better.
Let's take a look here at the offense.
So you have Insane One, who is on the right, who is the right defensive tackle.
Many thought he was the top prospect going into college football. Didn't have quite the career that was expected, and actually got drafted lower than what many people thought. But boy, is he playing to a top level
That's
now
absolutely
while
right.
he's in Minnesota.
Also, hello to our man True. I always notice that you always say "What's up" and then that's it. You know?
Here's 2nd and 8, and Diggs has it. The starters on defense here for Los Angeles.
It's real easy to talk about Thomas Davis coming back from multiple knee injuries, but he wants his play on the field to be the story.
And of course he's pulling his best Paul Heyman impression. You're reigning, defending, undisputed NFL champion of the world. Wow. That a repeat is in the works.
Test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
I'm practicing my link on Ultimate.
They'll run it.
They run it and they get a first down.
Have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Anyway,
it's a first down following a gain of 3.
Where it says 1st and 10, once we get that little message out of the way.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches,
even though NFL is not worldwide.
A little bit numb because
for now,
they're
Reaper.
always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the others you said had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So if you see that little text where it says 1st and 10, it is the first attempt to get 10 yards.
On first down,
and we have a flag. So they get 10 yards and then some. But we're going to find out what that flag is about. We have a holding against Minnesota, so that means that
a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
So that means they get moved back 10 yards more, so that means they have to gain 20 yards to get another fresh set of downs. And if they're not able to do it within 4 downs, they lose the ball.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
So 1st and 20.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And
this one
Crimson gets a couple of yards and gets to within first down, and it's a 1st and 1. Great play by Crimson Ninja.
Throw the ball and put some mustard on it, because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field,
that's a great gain of 19 yards, and they only just need one more yard to get another set of downs. And a quick snap and a screen pass, which gets them more than enough yards, so they move on.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit.
He ended up on the Chargers, actually, Mr. Chaos.
That makes that play a really nice timing play. And
but you do get Greg. You got Greg, my friend. So yeah, you have Greg, aka Mr. Otherwise known as the creator of Mythic Legends Wrestling. You do have him.
Back to throw here. It's complete to
and did he get enough forward progress?
Pick up on the pitch and catch.
No, but he gets to within 3 yards of another first down.
Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much what Crimson Ninja said. He fakes the handoff, gets another first down, and forced out of bounds.
That one a first down pickup of 8. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
And what's with the peanuts?
They love it.
Vikings got very good offense. Yeah, they do.
Confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking
they hand it off again.
Just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
So yeah, James, I mean, in addition to Crimson Ninja, the quarterback, but you also have an offensive tackle in your buddy, Insane One. And then there's you and JT Price on defense. So
that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they
so
want
yeah,
to get done
Vikings
today.
have a really good team.
Some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside.
Yeah, Blaze is on the Chargers. Yeah,
when they want the big yardage,
fakes the handoff, and well, he fakes one handoff, and that one unfortunately did not pay off. As Joey Bosa
with the tackle for
big tackle by Bosa, as he was not fooled.
Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive.
All right, so 3rd and 4 at the 16. Vikings have a chance to score. They get the first down, and they get to the 7-yard line. Yeah, I'm playing against Blaze and Clinton right now, Birdie.
Sets up a 1st and goal.
And then Josh was like, happy dance, good mood.
Hasn't it been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield,
so
nice chunks of yardage, but now in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive.
Vikings
so
going to destroy the electrical system, render the Chargers useless.
They'll try and run for it on first.
They run for it and they get it. It's a touchdown. Not that much different from scoring in rugby. So it's a 6-point score.
The Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Great run there by Madison. Number 25, great run.
They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now,
and an extra point. And unlike in rugby, it is only worth 1 point. So final score, or the score at this point, is 7-0.
It was capped off by a touchdown scamper
Minnesota.
From Alexander Madison.
Also, hey, what's up, Tito? Welcome to the show. And of course, there are 4 quarters. We are in the first quarter. But at the end of 4 quarters, the team with the most points is the one that wins. What goes after these? Oh, of course, you want to go with these nuts. Also, hey, PPF, what's up? This is our exhibition game for the day. But yeah, at PPF, you got drafted, by the way.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback.
So we have Phillip Rivers, who at this point was still a Charger at that time. But by this point, as you all know, as anyone who's been following football knows that Phillip Rivers was kind of at the end of his was close to, if not at the end of his career by that point. You'll check out the replay. All right. Not to say I couldn't have told you. Yes, I am going to move to Madden 22, not just because it has my number, but you know, after like 2 years, I mean, it does get stale. So there you go. Now, obviously, if the game was dog shit, I wouldn't. Then of course I would stay here. But no, it's.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a
next week is the NFL. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too.
Run some plays,
with the NFL back.
Catch their breath, settle down,
IRL.
and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And a play fake by Rivers, and Rivers, almost got picked off.
The coverage there
that was a big play, or a big attempt at a play by Rivers, but well defended by Minnesota.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, big play here for both teams. They hand it off. And I don't even think he got the first down. No, he did not. He fell just a few inches short, much to the chagrin of Clinton, as we end off the first quarter. I mean, a great play there by Kendricks to just barely, and I mean barely, you know, stop a first down.
7-0 on EA Sports.
So, big decision. Do you go for it, or do you kick it away? Chargers need a ton of help. Well, Clinton, I think it's time for you to go for a punt.
Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota.
I'll be doing a podcast and live stream, a fantasy draft tomorrow.
So a change of possession.
Oh, that's right. You did do a podcast. I gotta watch that. But anyway, that was a great punt there by Clinton, as Minnesota has to start at the 18.
Tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try to get information out of the opposing defense.
Which, you know, for a defense, that's great. The further back that you have them start, the better your chances of stopping them. Or at least that's how it is in theory if you're a defensive, if you're on defense, that is. Anyway, Crimson Ninja back in the huddle, and breaks through a tackle, and Cook, I'll tell you one thing, Cook is cooking on gas here, folks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And right now, Rivers just thinking, man, I just needed that completion just to keep going.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yeah, Cook is cooking all right.
On play action, they'll throw.
And that almost got picked off.
It's knocked away.
But number 55 couldn't secure it in.
Tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And now it's 2nd down.
I can't see who number 55 is, though.
Down, the offense or the defense. Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for.
But number 55 for the Chargers in white almost got an interception, so You know, if you're Crimson Ninja, you don't want to give up another big play, and he's going to run himself.
Yeah, he's going to keep it here.
Wow. What a run. He's got 15 yards on one rush. That's a great run by Crimson Ninja. Look at that.
Man, defensively,
there you saw insane one, number 77, hold off
but somehow he was able to get away
an opposing defensive player. So great job by him to block and everything. So yeah, Crimson, I mean, in addition to your own skills, I mean, you have someone like Insane One to protect you. And he's doing a great job.
Back to throw now on first down.
And Cleghorn gets away, and he's going to run for it. Oh, no, wait, fumble!
And picked up by the Chargers.
And the Chargers pick it up. And they take it all the way to the 32, but oh, a big fumble there by Crimson Ninja. I mean, he was doing so well, but then he dropped the ball. But King the second, to his credit, he picked it up and he ran it back to, I think it was the 32.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately.
And if you're Clinton, you have to be elated by the fact that now you have not only a second chance, but now you're much closer to a touchdown yourself, and you're starting at the 32.
Running on first down, Eckler.
Might have to double as a kicker too.
Maybe a yard.
Yeah, because I know that some people
they tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open
might have to double as a kicker. Yeah, because I know that some people do that. I mean, that was more prevalent back in the days when you had, you know, when you had to be a two-way player. And Rivers gets sacked by Griffin. Everson Griffin with a big sack. Anyway, I'm heading to Wrestling Survivor, TJ. Great stream, hun. Not a problem. I know some people are going to be going to Survivor too, but thank you for watching, and best of luck to you and the Texans, Miss Kelly.
Maybe your highest paid offensive lineman to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Working out of the gun, Rivers.
Rivers going to go for a long play, but it's way out of bounds. What kind of play was that? I'm like, wow.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many.
Wow, Rivers is way off his game. I was just saying goodbye to Crushing Kelly, and before I knew it, he throws a pass that is way off. I'm like, Clinton. Anyway, James, or Joshua James, does a pretty good job doing some blocking and whatnot, but that was a bad one. Very bad pass.
A 55-yard attempt.
And it is way too short. If I wasn't convinced that that they need a kicker, I'm convinced now.
From 50+ is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple.
I mean, that was terrible. Not only do you not get a touchdown off of that, you don't even score.
They were all county, all state, at other positions.
Well, Clinton, I might have to make you a kicker, too.
These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
That was terrible. And I'm saying that from an objectable standpoint, though. I mean, of course, if you're, you know, Joshua and Crimson, you have to be very happy with how it turned out. And a pass, Nice completion there.
So many times
for about
you hear
3
today's
yards,
NFL
however.
described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7.
And wait.
And that will be incomplete.
That was a tip ball, and that could have ended up back to the Chargers, but instead, it is now 3rd and 7.
That far wide always make you hold your
And
breath
to
a little bit.
the
Felt
credit
like it
of
was
the
in the air for
Chargers,
a
I mean,
while.
they're not giving up.
Allows a defender to gain some
Credit them for not
ground,
giving up.
long distance and have a chance to affect the pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on
And now it is Crimson Ninja that's off his game a little bit.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt.
All right, so the first time that Minnesota's going to punt, and
the kicks away
gets it away.
This one for the sideline.
And he kicks it away, and they're going to mark it at the 24.
The 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
So 3rd time, and we'll see if Rivers is up to the challenge.
I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive.
Anyway, not much there for Eckler as he only gets 1 yard. I'm also watching a little bit of Wrestling Mama's show, too.
2 minutes on the
and
clock,
like I said, at the end of this game, we'll end off the show. So, not a problem.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over.
Rivers gets a completion.
Okay?
That's only his 2nd completion, but that's good enough for 5 yards.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon
Chargers
Dahl.
are oof. Yeah, they've been that way. But that could all change if they can get this first down here on a 3rd down conversion here.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers.
Rivers. He gets it, and he gets a first down, or does he? Let's see. He does. Just enough and out of bounds to stop the clock. Right there. Great play there by Eckler.
Gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections.
And Joshua James, of course, manages to take him down.
Just what you described.
But
give him a little momentum.
But nice tackle there by Joshua, making sure that Eckler does not trickle down the field. So great play there by Joshua, number 57.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Rivers. And his throw here.
That was way off. I'm sorry.
My observation, there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Rivers incomplete.
Nobody weasels by my defenses.
To throw, Rivers.
Now Rivers gets a first down and a little bit more.
And they're going to have this across
nice completion there by Rivers to
22 yards there,
Mr. Benjamin.
I think it all came together there.
Great job there by Benjamin on getting himself open for that first down.
Throw right there to move the sticks.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
All right, so Chargers will call a timeout.
Just over a minute to go before halftime.
Great job there by Rivers. The old man still has it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw again.
Rivers gets another. Well, gets a first down, but what's the flag for?
Awkwardly here, and a late flag as
we have
well.
a face
I
mask.
think this one's going to be a face mask.
Oh, and it's against your buddy J.T. Price, as J.T. Price gets a face masking penalty against the Vikings, and not only is that a first down, that's going to get him closer to a touchdown, as they are now at the 17-yard line, and we're still, if you're on defense, is that the clock stops. If you're on defense, you wanted the clock to keep running, but now you can't.
Here on 1st and 10.
Was it today, TJ? Yeah, it was.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Anyway, they get to the 8 and another timeout being used. So yeah, PPF, if you want me to, I can tell you where you ended up
in the first half.
As far as being drafted, Mr. Aurelius. Well, I mean, that's your character's name, by the way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, it's Rivers. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
So you were drafted by the Washington football team as a tight end, and just as I say that, the Chargers tied the game up.
That touchdown puts us in a position.
Well, actually, they didn't tie it up, but they are just a point after touchdown away from doing so. But a great catch by Williams. And Phillip Rivers, the old lad, still has it.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone.
Yeah, because you and the 3 other guys that got drafted there, Mr. PPF, should more than help the team excel. I mean, there's 10 teams, and of course the 2 teams that picked last include the Washington football team and the Giants. They will get a first-round bye, so
all even at
whoever
7
wins,
they kick it away.
So whoever makes it to
this will be taken in after 1.
The second round, that's who you're going to face off against.
The 20 to the 22-yard line.
But yes, Clinton is very happy with the fact that now the game is tied at 7. Maybe not so much for Joshua.
Offense set to take over again. And we're under a
but for Joshua, he'll have to take a rest because now Crimson Ninja and the offense will take over. And we will see if they can break the tie right here.
Let's see what happens.
We'll see what happens, yeah. That's right, Mr. Announcer.
Ready up. 52. Block 52. 52's the mic. Check. Get it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And an alley to run.
I saw that on Mama's show, the bendy neck.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. As the clock will
that was so weird. Like, anyway, you do a better job at that, TJ. A better job at what? Like hosting or doing the draft, or what do you mean? I appreciate that. This is just the team's faltering. Yeah, that is true. But it's never over until it is. And a first down and a couple more. Commentating? Oh, well, I appreciate that. Sometimes I may be off, other times not so much, but it is what it is. I try not. The one thing I try not to do is be boring. That's the one thing I try not to do, is to be boring.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Back to throw.
And
to his left.
Crimson Ninja.
Use his legs. He'll wind up getting
Does he get enough for a first down?
Running, so
nope. Gets a 1st and 1.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open,
I mean,
don't force it.
well,
Just get
that
what you
and
can.
the fact that I have
That's
to
what he's
watch the
done very
game.
well
Like,
in this game.
I watch the game, whether it's a game
Now
from the
it's on that
past or
signal
whether
for,
it's
and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go
or
before
whether it's a
halftime.
current day game, and I try to watch and I try to learn as much of the game as I can. There's some things I don't know. I don't know everything though. And there you see Jennifer Richards, Irish Fire, number 55.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on
And we
here
have
as they
a
try to
field
get
goal
3
attempt.
before half. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash.
And they go for it, and
this will split the uprights.
they
It's
do
right
get
down
it.
the
It's a
middle.
field goal.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2?
That is true.
to
Not
the
everybody
solar
knows everything.
plexus on that one. The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
All right, so 6 seconds left in this first half. I personally, I would have tried to go for it, but instead you get a lead. And we'll see if the Chargers can, with 6 seconds, answer back. I highly doubt
the
it,
field goal, Bailey will kick it away.
but anything is possible. Here we go.
This one fielded at the 5.
Takes it in,
And it's a pretty good return.
but
here
then
as he'll get
gets
it up
taken down
to
with
the
2 seconds left.
29-yard line.
So they have 2 seconds to make something happen.
The Charger drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well,
And
maybe
Into a double
wait.
team, and it's intercepted.
And it's intercepted, but there's no time left. Great,
He will be brought
great
down.
interception there by Smith to end off the first half.
We have
But
hit
this game is far from
halftime.
over, though.
Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a
But a
timeout.
great-
We'll be back after
but great
this.
playing
You're
there
watching
by
the
Minnesota
NFL,
to take
and
the
it's
lead.
on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams, as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon Godden.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
Move the Chargers to Boise. You know, I'll be honest with you. As far as the Chargers and the fact that they moved from San Diego, like, you know, San Diego, they were so loyal to the Chargers,
Both teams appear ready for
and
the fight
yet
ahead,
Dean
and we resume
Spanos,
action
all
here
he
in
saw,
quarter
all
number
he saw
3.
was dollar signs in his eyes,
This is fielded
and
a
he
couple
wanted to make
yards
it big
deep.
in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
Now,
pretty
I
good
get it.
return here.
It's a
He'll be
business,
stopped just
and you're
shy
trying
of
to
the
make
25
money,
at the
and that's
24-yard
fine.
line.
But, you know, part of that
Phillip
business
Rivers
is to
and
make
his
the fans
Chargers about
happy, and if
ready
you're
to
not
take
making the
over
fans
again.
happy,
And
then,
he's had some time to
you know,
chew
you
on
can make
that
all the money you
interception
want,
he threw on
but
his last drive back
it
in the
means
first
absolutely
half.
nothing,
Well,
really.
normally we say you want to get him right back out on the
So
field
for the
and play
Chargers
again,
to
right?
move to
But
Boise,
as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to
you know,
stool
if
out a little bit.
I would imagine if
Maybe
Boise
he'll have a
can get
chance to
itself
relax a little and kind of
a deal
laugh
to
and
make
chuckle
a
and let it
stadium
go.
or
They'll
something,
hope to respond positively here.
make a
start the
pitch
third
to the
quarter.
NFL,
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10.
then,
at
you
their
know,
own 24.
maybe we could see that.
They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. Well, they trail by 3, and they just got 3 yards to start the third quarter.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They keep it on the ground again.
They keep it on the ground,
Only a couple there as he'll be brought
and
down
Gordon
about the
only gets a
28.
few yards. He only gets about
Partner, we know today's
good
NFL
4 yards,
really
maybe.
built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs,
But
they still pay
give Minnesota
dividends
credit.
because
I
they
mean,
can take their toll on a defense,
give credit
and they
to
can
J.T.
add up as
Price
the game
and
goes
most
along.
especially
You control
Joshua
the clock,
James and the
you
rest of
control
the
ball,
defense for the
and that
Vikings,
way you often control the
as
game.
they have for the most part thrown the Chargers off their game. A bullet pass, and they don't get any further.
And they take him down.
But LA is a basketball town.
27. It'll be a
Just do what the Angels did.
And that'll bring up 4th down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over.
Well, of course, the Angels are
terrific read, better execution, and done with a
are a baseball team, but still.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
On is the Chargers punter now.
All right, so now Clinton Cage coming back in. And he gets a punt off.
48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
And, of course, that punt was so good with its hang time that it allowed the special teamers to get to the person that caught the fair catch and only get to the 22-yard line for Minnesota.
Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are
the Angels are in Anaheim, but they call themselves LA.
Not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire.
For a long time, they were the Anaheim Angels or the Angels of Anaheim. Now they are
They got in there and they said, listen,
the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. So it's like so confusing with the names, it's not even funny. Anyway, Cook doesn't get too far. In fact, he actually loses yards. As it was Tillery who created a tackle for loss.
In the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
I mean, I get that it's marketing, but still.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Play fake and nothing.
But it's incomplete.
Trade for Nick Bosa.
The receiver was Laquan Treadwell, and it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually.
They hand it off to Cook, and Cook does not get very far.
I've never played chess.
And while Cook gets 6 yards on that one, that's gonna be a 3-and-out for Minnesota.
He's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
All right, so it looks like white and orange are tied at 6 on Wrestling Mama's show.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
All right, so the Chargers get another chance.
Now Benjamin.
And Benjamin gets to the 22.
57 yards the official distance.
So now it's going to come down to, field position, really.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Rivers hands it off. And they get 10 yards. And another and a first down. So great first run.
And a first down, LA.
And a first down. Great job there by the Chargers on blocking. Great blocking.
You got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets
there you see McCoy. I mean, he does more than just catch footballs. He also can block. So great blocking there by McCoy.
Come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I have to imagine, Clinton, you're just as happy with him catching footballs as you are with him when he blocks.
Rivers. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen.
Great catch there by Keenan Allen as he is within 3 yards of another first down.
And that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing again on second down. Rivers got his man. It's Williams. And this is gonna
great
turn
play
into
there by
another
Williams.
first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39.
And now the Chargers are on the 39-yard line. And it may also be to the chagrin of Joshua James.
Able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, Rivers.
And Rivers with, wait a minute, what happened there?
This will be incomplete.
Oh,
Physical play
an incompletion there. So there you see Blaze
Blaze
McCoy, he had it in his hand, but he couldn't hold on to it. And it could have been intercepted, but it dropped. And Josh was like, they won't go far.
Not easy for any quarterback.
Well, it looks like it's going to be you,
battle.
Clinton Cage, against Joshua, at least in the chat.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now
They hand it
Rivers
off.
gonna give it off to Gordon. And he'll
They
take
give it
this
to
one
Gordon,
down to
and he gets
36.
about
Call
3
it about
yards,
a
and he
gain of
does.
3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7.
You stick
coming
him,
up.
Blaze.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even
I mean,
on
there is a
rundowns.
reason why they banned it. It was
confuses
so
the blocking
good.
assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Rivers.
And Rivers going to go for a long one. Ooh, well defended by number 34.
Contact. It's incomplete. The coverage
He was trying to go for
strong, and now it's
Williams,
4th
but it
down.
didn't work.
It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great
And
communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone,
Sendejo,
and especially
great play
against deep
to
balls, as we
prevent
saw
Mike
there,
Williams from
they're not
catching
giving
that
up
ball.
anything to him.
So a big play there by Sendejo. Just go for the first
So out comes
down.
a field goal team now for
But
the
now it's going to
second
be a
time here
first step, or
today.
excuse
And
me,
quite
a
bit
field
piece
goal.
in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt.
A 53-yard attempt, and
And I don't think this has the
Not
carry.
even
It does
close.
not. It's no good.
It's
And
a
this
bit
score will
short.
Stay right where it is.
wow.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could
Yeah,
have
without
used.
question,
Yeah, one
if
of
I
my
wasn't
favorite
convinced
special
before,
teams
I'm
coaches in the NFL
convinced
told me
now. They
what
need a new
separates the
kicker.
kickers in the NFL
Because right now,
versus
this
the
is,
ones who are not,
like,
it's
this
not
is
the
embarrassing.
misses. It's the second miss in a row.
It's the
Best
second
kickers
miss in a
league,
row.
They don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And now out comes Minnesota. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll set up a throw.
And
This to
a
C.J.
completion
Ham, the
and
fullback.
goes out of bounds to
And
stop
he's
the
able to
clock.
get this one out
5
closer
yards
to midfield across the
to
45.
Ham. Great
And the
catch
big
there
guy
by
catches
Ham.
the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
2nd and 5 after the 5.
But I totally understand your frustration there, Mr. Clinton.
2nd and 5.
Now Crimson
Being chased
going to run it
down
himself. Gets a first down,
left. And they'll get him down as he's inside
and he gets to the
40.
39.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. And they will not have time to get another
All right,
play
so
in here as
that's going to
time
end
has
it for
run
the
out on this
third quarter, and we'll get to our
return with
4th and
more
final one
after This is
right
the
after this.
NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Now.
They'll drop to throw.
And a completion and out of bounds.
He gets this down inside the 35
So,
before going out of bounds.
60-yard gain.
A gain of 6 there
Might
on
have to take over as coach too.
Man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Don't get nervous. Put up. Let's go.
And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And they got half
Anyway,
of what
Diggs,
they needed there, 2
who
yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd
who was
and 2
the
more.
man who
That's all about doing
caught the
dirty
big
work
pass
right
to
there
give
defensively. Second and
Minnesota
short
a
yardage,
chance
that's
to
all
go
about
to the
plugging
Super
those
Bowl in
gaps, not giving a running back a crease
2017.
to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Vikings
manages
on 3rd
only to get
down.
2 yards.
They've hit 2 for 4 thus far.
Big play here for Minnesota and for the Chargers, and they go for a screen pass, and it didn't work.
Back to the 33. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through.
And another field goal by Minnesota.
To 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Well, now it's up to the Chargers on whether they can score a touchdown, tie the game, and then go ahead with an extra point. That's what the Chargers will have to do.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away.
My coach is a dumbass.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up.
So they start at the 23.
At their own 23. From the gun, Rivers.
Rivers gets a completion and a first down. And they get to the 35.
Down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller
And for
back.
Joshua,
He can get him the football.
it's pretty simple.
He
You
can
want
kinda
to
get
be the
lost,
guy
make
that
someone miss.
that
It's
gets
good
a
for
stop.
him.
Yeah, it's great
As
for him.
he
I like
and
what you said there. Sometimes
I
he
couldn't
gets
see his
lost in
I couldn't see the
traffic
other
a
guy's
little
name,
bit,
but they got him
getting out
down.
in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun.
And Rivers trying to find somebody. And he has to throw it away.
Incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and
Now 2nd
10.
down.
Here's Rivers.
Rivers gets a completion and a fumble.
And the Vikings pick up the football.
And the Vikings pick it up, and this could be over.
There he goes, right side.
And a touchdown, Vikings.
Bring this one back. It's a fumble return.
Great play there by,
Score
great
for the
fumble recovery there by
Vikings.
Smith. Oh shit.
This was a close
And it
game.
was
They needed
Smith
a
who
little breathing
forced the
room.
fumble
Well, they
and
got it
recovered
right
it.
down that return
Great
for a
there,
touchdown.
great play
Yeah,
there
we
by
would say
Smith.
that this could
Yeah,
be
pretty much
huge.
ball game
Forget it.
over.
It was huge.
Much
Gave
to
them a
the
comfortable lead.
much to the happiness of one Joshua James right there. One thing is for certain, they're going to have to make some adjustments off camera, do the Chargers, because if they play like this against any other team, because I'm looking at the at who they could be facing off against. If my eyes do not deceive me, you guys will be taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
The defense more than did
And
its
although the
job.
Cardinals
Now
are
the
not
offense
that
is
good of a
coming onto
team,
the field as they'll go for
I
two.
would think that the Cardinals would
They'll look to throw.
would still be able to do it.
To the
And
goal line,
a
but
two-point
it's
conversion incomplete. But yeah, Arizona is also not a team to be trifled with either. Most especially when you have Chaos Reaper as its quarterback.
To go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
I don't really care about football that much, but I still love it. I mean, yeah, because you're in it.
So here's the kickoff now.
I kid on that last part, but
return for a score.
that makes me happy.
This will be taken in at the 1.
I mean, I like Joshua because he's a simple man, really.
Yard line.
You know, because he likes to win, and who doesn't really like to
And
win?
now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
So it's come down to orange and white on Wrestling Mama Show. Super Monacho does not like to win.
First and 10 at their own 22.
I can tell Joshua likes to win. Who doesn't, really?
Rivers. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second.
Right now,
and 6.
the Chargers. Right now, they're just trying to play for, you know. Anyway, great play there by Henry.
No gain. It'll be third down.
But yeah, I think Minnesota's got this wrapped up unless the Chargers can catch him off guard.
Without a doubt, because
I think this is over.
Used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Rivers to throw it for Keenan Allen. That's complete.
Anyway, nice play there to Keenan Allen.
As they get to him at the 29. They get only 4 that
but who
time
else?
That leads
Smith.
To a 4th down.
The same guy that forced and recovered a fumble and took it into the end zone himself. So I would think that Smith may be the MVP of this game simply by the fact that he forced a fumble, recovered one, and scored it himself. So yeah, Smith is doing pretty well for you guys.
2 minutes left.
And by you guys, I mean Joshua and Crimson
EA
Ninja
Sports.
and the rest of the Vikings.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute
4th and 3, and they are going to go for it.
They've come up with offensively
It's pretty obvious.
To talk it over. They're going to run.
They run for it, and they don't even get it.
They stop them a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to
Minnesota's defense is on, and the Chargers' offense has been off.
Now in excellent field position. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
What offense? Exactly, what offense?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Cook.
And Cook.
And whistles, and we're going to have another
And they,
stoppage
of course, they're going to use their timeouts to do the Chargers.
Defense with 1:53 left. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook.
And Cook, who of course also has had a great game of his own.
A pickup of about 7 or 8. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 30 base. I got you, pop. 2.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook.
And Cook just runs through and gets another first down. And from this point onward, they should be able to run the clock finally.
And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
So Minnesota's going to wrap this up, and I will say this: Minnesota played a complete game, and if they do this every game that they go into,
totally home free
they're
yet,
going to
but it's
win.
Looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. It's complete to Diggs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
And runs it in, and they'll get another fresh set of downs. But
I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be
1st and goal at the 2.
1st and goal.
We'll see what they do.
Victory
They'll just simply kneel it. They're not going to run the score up.
They'll take a knee here.
So, you know,
Listen,
more
that
class
means
to
you won it. So
the
it doesn't
Vikings
matter
for
whether
not
it's
wanting to
home or
run
on
the
the
score
road.
up.
But there's something a little
So,
extra special.
I respect him
doing
for
it
that.
in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for
And that is it
That's
officially.
Right.
Minnesota, 19.
Your kids, your gloves, your towels,
Los
and
Angeles
share it with the
Chargers.
home team.
So the final seconds
7.
have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the
Harrison
second half
Smith.
shutout.
Yeah, think about
3
the team that
tackles,
just got
a
vanquished.
touchdown,
They
an
didn't score in the
interception,
second quarter.
a forced
Do you think they
fumble,
thought at all
and a
that
fumble
would be their
recovery.
last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room.
So, yeah,
certainly worked.
It
GG's.
certainly did, and you're exactly right.
So,
Whether
yeah,
it was an
Minnesota
adjustment,
will,
whether
or
it was
sorry,
just more
the
focus on what
Chargers
they
will take
planned
on
to do
Minnesota.
going in, whether they just
The
played
Chargers will
better,
take on
whatever
Arizona.
it was, it all came together in
And
the
Minnesota
second
will
half,
take on
and no points were
Brady
allowed.
and the Patriots.
That's a great way to close them out.
In the first
So
round.
that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.
Gotta go have a stream. Have a great stream shared and left a like. Well, actually, we're on the that was it for our today's show. So let me just go over to. So of course, Crimson Ninja, aka James Cleghorn, did pretty well. Even though he didn't have a touchdown, he also didn't have an interception, whereas Phillip Rivers had both of those. I waited to tear the Patriots apart. Oh. And Cleghorn also had 6 rushes for 66 yards. Let's see, receiving. Blaze got 2 receptions for 20 yards, but he could have used more reps because they needed him very, very badly. Defensive. Joshua James, he had 6 tackles. And then Harrison Smith. Like I said, he had everything. He had an interception, he had a forced fumble recovery, 34 fumble yards, and a touchdown. So, yeah, Harrison Smith did his part, so great job by him. And Clinton Cage had 2 kicks for 99 punting yards. And one of those punts was inside the 20, which is always good. Anyway, at work, but go Giants unless they lost already. No, they did not lose. In fact, this game that we just had was simply for fun. But next week we will officially begin. And I will give you guys the matchups for there. But yeah, Smith was a unit. He just... What can I say? I mean, he killed you guys. He killed... he just took out the... He took out the Chargers, but then... The Chargers also didn't really help their own cause with the fact that they missed 2 field goals, so we'll have to work on that. But until then, from all of us here, this is the Blue Toad to Jew22 signing off, and it turns out that tomorrow I will have some time for a stream, so but until then, have a great rest of your day. Enjoy Wrestling Mama's show. I will. Yeah, well, we'll see what adjustments the Chargers will make. But until then, have a great day. Take good care. And stay safe. And I'll see you then. Peace out, everybody.